Naomi van der Broek, bronze medalist in the 4x400 metre relay. So watch out for Ledecka from lane 5. Van der Broek alongside a very, very experienced competitor at major championships in the relays for Belgium from lane 6. Van der Broek making good early progress, rising nicely, motoring down this back straight. And then on her inside, Ledecka in the blue. Yule, another who's really experienced at major championships, but this is her sort of opportunity perhaps to get big points for Norway as they hope to go back up to the top division at the first time of asking. It's going to be these three, it looks like, down the home straight, shaping up for a good battle then. Amelie Yule just on the inside in the white. Ledecka fighting further back than we thought she'd be at this point. Van der Broek also chasing now. And Van der Broek has the momentum, and she comes through for maximum points for Belgium. 55-35. What an impressive performance. It was Amelie Yule of Norway looking really strong out front. And yes, she hasn't set a PB this year, but she has run 54.8. Van der Broek 55.1. So the Belgian, they're another team that have brought a strong side to this competition. Another hoping for promotion back up to the top league, and a good way to start on the track for them, Ellen.
And of course the points coming from an accumulation, and we will see those. Here they are. This is the accumulation of the results. So let's take a look at the team standings after 3 of the 37 events. Norway leading the way from Slovakia. Slovenia, the host, down in 11th, and they'll be looking to climb.
Delphine Cancer, the European under-23 200 metre champion a couple of years ago in Espoo, Finland. 11.20 her personal best. Sleeman gets a good start. One of the improvements this year to 11.39. Still just about shedding it in Cancer now, with the endurance of the 200 metre strength starting to come through. And Cancer across the line. It is a stronger wind, 11.42. But Belgium, again, really rubber stamping their ambitions to go up to the top division.
The 200 metres in 2023 at the Under-23 Championships. Such a powerful runner. And full of confidence as she crosses the line to take the top spot and top points for Belgium.
A lot of these athletes have been European finalists last year, but they're getting an opportunity to shine and reward the team, really, overall. There is Verheiden then, so 3:30.99 for him. Could prove to be a little bit unpredictable, and Verheiden will have to find himself some space. He'll have to show that he's got a bit of a mature head around some athletes that want to make a name for themselves, some young athletes that want to impress, others that might be thinking about qualifying standards. So Verheiden leading. You can see Shane Bracken of Ireland in the green, also in a good spot there. Saliauskas, I mentioned the Estonian, is there. And you've also got Nino Jambrasic, hadn't mentioned the Croatian, he's 21 years of age. Recent improvement on home soil in Karlovac this month, the 3:40.53. This is a decent pace though, 2:05 for 800 metres for Verheiden. So Verheiden from Bracken and then Berg, all fighting then. Verheiden, surely he's going to have enough here. Or is he going to be under pressure from Berg, the Norwegian teenager here? Certainly a name to remember, and he's got someone great to learn off. But Verheiden does come through very strongly in the end. 3:42.60. Had to work pretty hard all the way round those 3 3/4 laps, but ultimately he got himself in position early, and that proved crucial. And then it was over to the rest to see, hey, what can you do? You're behind me now, try and get past the tall Belgian in the white vest. They couldn't. In the end, he comes through for maximum points. 3:42.58 on the clock.
Belgium and Norway going head to head. Here is Alexander Doom. What can he do today? Personal best, 44.15. So Away cleanly for the first time of asking. Keep your eyes on Alexander Doom and lane 5. Hasn't made massive inroads yet. It's the man to the side of him, Dringo, who is pulling away, but now Doom up and into his running. They're moving very quickly, opening up the gap between him and Rafferty, who goes in 4 in the green of Ireland. But Dringo moving very well just ahead of him as they come into the last 150 metres around the bottom bend. Rock Furlan being urged on by the home support, and these are the 3 men who are away. Ireland trying desperately to get back into it through Rafferty, and he is closing the gap, but it's Slovenia who are going so well indeed with Furlan Rock, and it is Belgium who come across the line. Rock Furlan unable to hold on and easing through just in the end to take top points for Belgium. Alexander Doom, but he's very happy indeed. Rock Furlan, who pushed them all the way, and Rafferty as well, Jack Rafferty of Ireland, hanging on in there and closing the gap in the closing stages.
Well, what a brilliant race. It was everything in some ways that we hoped it would be. Furlan, it was hard to call, but Doom, look at there, straining to get every centimetre.
Just look at that, what a final race of the men's 400 metres. 2 national records, championship record, personal bests in their number.
This is how the standings look then after 13 events. Well, Slovenia, Ellen, I think you'd say have been fairly consistent because they haven't won as many competitions.
Belgium, Delphine and Cancer, and Lotte van Lent going as part of their team. They are in lane 7. Heat B of the women's 4x100 metres. Keep your eyes on the outside lanes. Denmark, Belgium and Norway. Expect a quick start from them, and it is Denmark who are flying into the first changeover. Babita Bonner using that adrenaline well. Slovakia starting to move round on the inside. Romania being left behind slightly. Belgium starting to move up, and a disaster for Norway, who have to make a quick decision, but it's one that will cost them, but they need to get moving again. So Denmark back into this. Belgium going really well, and it is Belgium who are striding away. Delphine and Chiasa doing exactly what she did in her individual event. And Belgium will take top spot once again. Well, they were always one of the teams to watch, along with Norway, but an absolute disaster on the outside. Denmark having to work really hard from lane 8.
Yeah, fascinating then. In the last few moments, we've obviously seen a disqualification from one of the teams that was briefly leading overall, Belgium, and then a victory in Cancer, her second of the day, of course. And then you see the Norwegian team struggle to get the baton around, just waiting to see if they did come up with a finish time. Yes, it has. So they do seemingly get 2 points, and they get 2 because Latvia were disqualified from the first heat, and any further disqualifications, that obviously that number would rise. But crucially, they did in the end get a score, even if they were some nearly 20 seconds down on the leaders. So 1 hit for Belgium and 1 hit for Norway, and we've still got 1 more set of relays to come.
And there are the results from Heat B. Belgium back on top spot after a dramatic last 10 minutes for Belgium.
Ben Broders, been to 2 Olympic Games and 3 World Championships. Ben Broders, been enjoying his vaulting so far. Goes up to 570 then. Climbs high. Is that bar going to stay up? He looks up just to make sure. It's always the case when we cut to the athlete down below. We have to make certain they have actually gone over that bar. Now, it looks to me that no one's still vaulting in the other group. Best of the lot was Antelech at 520, which is actually better than quite a number of athletes in the A final. Here is the full result then. That pole vaults. In the end, it looks quite flattering for Ben Broders, but a couple of passes there for Sashma, including after 1 failure.
And here are the standings so far. Belgium still well out front and continuing to add to their dominance.
Medal mass once again, another clearance. So up by 2 centimetre increments now, as you can see, and she equals her personal best. Yeah, mass ahead of Topic. Didn't expect that kind of result. Kulichenko gets vital points for the Cypriot team, and this means that Belgium, well, pretty much secured of the title, barring a big upset.
Verwey, 5-time World Championship finalist, 3-time Olympic finalist, leading all the relays. So second heat of the women's 200 metres, a fairly even start so far. But now Ireland starting to come through. Fotopolo is there onto the shoulder of Roy, and she is flying into the home straight. Can Verwey come back? It's all Fotopolo at the moment, but Verwey is charging and will get there on the line, surely just ahead. Well, she didn't have the most confident start. Fotopolo charging. Excellent start from the Cypriot athlete, but missing out. And there is the time, 22.85, 22.90. Kivikas.
What a fantastic finish from Verwey. A second and a first across the 400 and 200 metres is super impressive, and it means 31 points. But have a look here. So Fotopoulou in the navy in the centre, lane 4 for Cyprus, and the white vest here finishing fast. Fantastically well across the line. A good call there that she was looking certain to come through surely across that last 5 metres. Fotopoulou was doing everything she could to close well. Verwey just that touch stronger, and she was even just going a tiny bit diagonally across her lane.
And rewarded with a new personal best.
And the first place winner, Belgium.
Hi, I'm Nadia Batogritti. Sign up now to the European Athletics YouTube channel.